Good morning. I am in Switzerland. I'm in Geneva. I'm about to do 165k, about 3,500 meters of climbing for, I guess it's right across the Alps, but it's like a little mini version. So I've got 3 days, and in those 3 days we got some good old coals and a lot of climbing. About 10k until I cross the border into France. I'll be making a guide of this trip as well if you want to come and do it. I don't know why, but at the start of these trips I get so excited, nervous, and then once I'm about 20-30k in, I'm fine. It's nice and warm, but I don't think the weather is gonna, it's a little bit changeable. I've got my raincoat. I've also got a different setup to ride across the Pyrenees. Look at this for a bike lane, a runner's path. It's so good, it's so smooth, and there's like gravel that side for people running. Look at that mountain up ahead. This time is 7.8k, I've just done a little bit. Oh, it's only 239 meters, that's pretty flat. So it must be steady all the way up, I think. It's ridiculously stunning. Hello, I am in La Grande Bonande and got the big banners and signs for the Tour de France Femme avec Zwift because they finish on this climb that I'm about to do on the 7th day. So this is kind of a little bit of a detour for me. But it's called, I'm reading it now, it's Chinalian? I'm probably not saying that right. But it's a climb that finishes stage 7. And I was like, oh, it's quite close. It's kind of on, well, I've kind of rerouted just to come and do it. So I'm just going to go up it and then back down it and then follow back on my route. And then the other reason that I wanted to do it is because I've done it already on Zwift on the climb portals. One of the climbs on Climb Portal on Zwift is on all of August. So if you actually want to go and see what this climb feels like, you can go and do that on Zwift. I guess this ride across the Alps is going to end at Alpe d'Huez for the final stage of the Tour de France Femme avec Zwift. That day is going to be amazing. I'll tell you all about that, I guess, on Sunday. I get to experience a bit of the Tour de France Femme. I normally would have gone and ridden and watched all the stages, but this year it's really spread out and far apart, so it's not really physically, I actually looked, it's not physically possible to ride in between stages and watch it. So that's why I've opted to just go and watch the final day. And I know so many people are coming out, so that'll be really nice. You'll get to see all of those as well. So yeah, let's go and do the climb. One good thing about doing it on Zwift, there's no traffic. There are so many cars coming up and down here. But look at that view. This is the top of the climb. This is where the pros will be stopping at the end of their 7th stage. This is the top of the climb. In fact, I think if you carry on, it's Col de la Colombière, but I'm not doing that. I'm just going to do what the women have done because this is just an out and back off my route. So, oh, it's getting warm. I would say comparatively to Zwift, I'd say pretty similar, but you've not got the cars. There's so many cars going up and down the whole time. So if you want a car-free experience, do it on Climb Portal. I will leave a link to it if you want to go and do that below. And yeah, I'm going to head down. The views, beautiful big mountains, big rocks, I like. Sign Col de Arabis. So much traffic. This is a 12k climb, about 600 meters. But my god, look at this traffic. And they were bike racks at the back of the bus. I saw those earlier. usual food stop. I'm part way up Aravis, but there's a food stop and I'm not going to get another one till the end of the ride, so I got to stock up now. So I've got the usual juice, baguette, bananas, my Vichy mints and some water. I never actually told you what the first climb was like. It was actually really steady, really nice, and there was like a little steeper bit at the end. This one is steady. I've only done about maybe 3k of it so far. And the views, I mean, what about that for a little dinner stop? This is hectic. Just on the climb now, and it's, I don't want to say the gradient that's tough, it's just very, very hot. And I've come from like pretty chilly UK to, I think it's like 27, so I'm sweating. Look at that view. I've come from down there, up here, and then up there, and then further up there. This is my second climb of the day, so obviously two big ones left. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. And this is the top. Oh my gosh, that felt tough. I think it said it peaked at 8%, so it's not mega steep, but it's hard. I'm gonna get a picture of the sign, maybe a rug. Middle of the Alps, and we've got Yorkshire glassware. When I plotted this route, I could see on the map that it was kind of facing Mont Blanc, and I was like, I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to be able to see. And I got to the top of the climb and I'm like, look at this. Look at Mont Blanc up there. How amazing is that? I meant to tell you at the top of the climb and I didn't. Called the Aravis, or I think I maybe told you on the climb. I think the heat are just making me forget things. But you can do that climb as well on Zwift, on Climb Portal. And I never actually explained what Climb Portal was if you're not a Zwifter. So basically Climb Portal is a way of, it's like a different realm in the world of Zwift, but it basically puts you onto the climb that replicates the one in the real world. So called the Aravis and the Chinalian one earlier that I did this morning, so they are both on there. They're on different rotations, so they're not all there on the time, but I'll leave a link. Go and have a look at the schedule. The Chinalian one, I can't say the word, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. Someone please tell me how to say it. That one is on all August, so you can go and do that one. This one I think is on start of September. I'll leave all the details below. Right, so if you can feel the pain of what I just went through, but you're gonna have to get some extra like heaters on you because that was hot coming up there. But I'm gonna go because I've got two more big coals. One's 22k and the other one's 15k I think. But this is the Alps, this is what I'm expecting. I mean, just look at this where I'm stood though. My next call, Col des Saisies, about 15k. Here we go. Part way up the climb. I say part way. I've still got about 12k left, so I'm just at the bottom of the climb and I just need a little sit down. I would say learn from my, not mistake, but I mean I wish I'd come yesterday and made this day or the 3 days into like 4, because it's just a lot on the first day, like third climb. But also I've not had a tinkle, so I think I'm pretty dehydrated. I don't want to sound like I'm moaning, but I'm just trying to work out like why this feels so hard today. After doing this early, it's first day, third climb. Oh no, my baguette. Did you hear that crunch? Oh, it's a flat baguette. The feel of the sun though on me, that makes me happy. I love how like green, like the colours. I don't know, the Alps are very contrasted of like bright greens, bright blues, and like all the little chalets. Very pretty. Right, I'm gonna have my baguette. I have 5 minutes. Oh, look how sweating that baguette is. I got a 3 kilometre on the climb. This one's just downhill. Whoop, whoop. Top of the climb. I am very glad to be at the top of this climb. And there's lots of little shops and restaurants, so I'm gonna go and try and find myself a celebratory Orangina. Descent and then the 20k climb. That's why I'm having my Orangina now, ready for that 20k climb. And the weather is not looking great. That climb was hard. Like it just felt, I don't know, like it just felt steep. A lot of it, like a fair chunk of it was like 8%, 9%. And I think I'm just getting used to the weight on my bike, but I'll show you a little peek of it. No tail fin, I've not got all my junk with me this time. Because I do think that I'm like, oh, I'm just not very, I'm not feeling it today. But then I'm like, well, actually, if I look what I've done, I'm like, well, yeah, I've done like 2,600 meters and 100k. Like, that's a lot, isn't it? That is a lot. I was just thinking on the descent, like how amazing is it that yesterday I was in Manchester, today I'm in the middle of the Alps in the mountains. I don't know, I just feel like it, you always think that these places are just so far away, but actually it's not. It's like a day and I'm in the mountains. I don't know, it's just because I keep comparing it to the Pyrenees. The best description I've got so far in the differences, I would say that the Alps and the Pyrenees are a bit like the lakes and the dales. Like, I think the Alps are like the lakes in that it's really beautiful, like really pretty, but it is full of people and cars and just traffic, and obviously not in like near Hard, not in all those places, but it's just populated. Whereas the Pyrenees is a lot more sparse, way less people, still as beautiful, just like the dales, but just not as much around. Like, look at this, it's just cars everywhere. I mean, I have ridden in the Alps before, but yeah, I think the Pyrenees takes it. Still pretty. It's not the Pyrenees. It's not the Pyrenees though. It's not the Pyrenees for me. I'm at the base of the climb. And if any of you are interested, I am that severely dehydrated. I'm not obviously saying this for any other reason that you shouldn't do this. I've still not been to the toilet and it's what, 4 o'clock? It's bad, really, really bad. I'm just in Beaufort, which is really pretty. Had a lovely French guy just come over and try chatting to me. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't speak French. If I could pick like one like superpowers, you know, like people like, oh, would you fly, be invisible? I would have the ability to know every language. I know I can do that. I was never that good at languages at school and I find it quite hard. I do try. Got 40k left, 20k up, 20k down, and then I'm in Bourg Saint-Maurice, which is where I'll be staying for the night. And well, I'm gonna have a sit down. I'm flagging. Ridiculously dehydrated like a raisin. I am raisin dehydrated. I'd even go as far to say I'm more like dehydrated like a cracker, because they are like crispy. This is where I'm going. Comet de Roseland. Apparently it's a really beautiful climb. 20k climb, let's go. I thought I'd share some of my little tips for when I'm struggling on climbs, because I've done 5k, I've got 15k to go. So a couple of things that I do. One, I always kind of like have little stops on it, so especially like these long climbs. Well, today, because it's 20k, I was like, right, I'm going to stop every 5k just for a minute. So I'm at the 15k marker. It's 8% the next one. This is a really tough climb. It's tougher than I thought, and I've done 3,000 meters and I've got another 1,000. This is a bigger day than I anticipated, because Rao GPS generally overestimates the climbing, and this one it's pretty spot on. So, other tip, I always kind of like equate the climbs to climbs that I'm used to doing. So Duffstones is about 5k and about 300 meters, and this is basically 4 of those. So I'm just trying to think, I've just got 3 Duffstones left to do. The other one is not to think too far ahead and think, so if I think now like 15k, all I'm thinking is the next kilometre and the next marker. Like, I'm not trying to think too far ahead. What else do I do? Podcasts, music. I'm gonna look at little sweeties every now and again. Also, appreciate that we can climb, because there's times where I've been injured, where I've hurt my Achilles, and I would have done anything to be able to climb. So trying to be grateful for the ability that we can climb should help ease the pain a little bit, because I'd rather have like the pain of like a long climb than actual physical pain on my body. And I'm so grateful that my body is doing pretty good. 2 minutes later and it is full on hammering down. I'm gonna have to put my jacket on, but I don't want to sweat in it. I like the coolness, but oh, this is tested. This is testing me today. Look how amazing that is. This climb might be testing me, but it is beautiful. This is the first bit that's come out actually to see the views. I'm coming up to halfway of the climb. Woohoo! Hey, I've still got 9k to go, and I was just riding along and I thought this was green netting. Do you know, like you see netting on the side of rocks and stuff? I don't know why I thought it was there, and then I've realised it's water. Look at the colour. I don't think the GoPro is not going to do it justice. It is turquoise water, and look at the reflection of the mountains in it. It is so still and it's huge. The last kilometre. Woohoo! It's been the lowest grade, 4%. They've all been like 8 or 7%. I'm at the top! Absolutely beautiful up here, but I gotta go. I can't go so long because I need to get to the shop before it shuts. I made it back in time to get food from the supermarket. I didn't think I was going to. That has been one long tough day. For context, that was bigger than any of the days I did in the Pyrenees. It was 4,000 metres and about 160k. It was more climbing than I thought, and yeah, it has been a nice day, but I'm ready to go and just like have a shower, wash my kit, have a lie down, and then get ready for another big day tomorrow. So I'll probably maybe chat to you when I'm back in the hotel. If I do, I do. If I don't, I'll see you tomorrow.